welcome to Dark Side Scale Modelling. I apologise for the delay. For some reason, StreamYard would not let me enter the studio. I have had to use Firefox. Yeah. Hope everyone is okay. As you can see, I haven't actually put anything on my bench just yet. I think I woke up about 10 minutes before the stream was due to start. So, I'm just going to grab my bits out of the spray booth because I primed what I'd done last week. I'm going to put the StreamYard link into the chat if anyone would like to join me. And then once I've grabbed these pieces, I shall start with the chat. Bear with me 2 seconds. Okie doke. Right. The link is in chat if anyone would like to join. I'm just going to pop these down. And I actually need to get the rest of the kit, which is... oh crap, I can't find it. I might have put it in the cupboard. I'll sort chat out. And then I'll grab the kit. I apologise for being all over the place. So, we have Paul Christopher. It's an evening fellow modelers. Hopefully the move has not been too tiring. It was. I think we got up to about 20-degree heat today. Obviously taking things out of the flat, a first floor flat, up and down the stairs all for, I think it took about 2 hours to pack the van. Less time on the other end because everything just got dumped straight into the living room. Athol is saying evening tip. So sore arms and back muscles loading and unloading the van. Then the trip home again in prep for the second time. I'm going to sort of give myself some time to relax. I've got some furniture that I need to have collected from the British Art Foundation. Just because the house already has couches, it already has a cooker, a wash machine, fridge freezer, all that sort of stuff. I think the only thing I'm really taking is my bed, my bedroom furniture, my desk obviously, and my chest freezer. And all of my rest of my belongings, of course. I thought it was also evening Paul. David Markey's in. This is evening Tiff. Evening Forbes. Hello Paul C. And hello Athol. Hello David. Yep, saying so indeed Athol. And obviously just letting us know about StreamYard having some issues. David the Valleys is in. He says evening all. And he sent hello to Paul, Athol and David. There's people saying hello to each other. Steve is in. He says good evening. Good evening, Steve. We have Rich in. He says, hey Tim, how are you doing? I am okay. I've had a power nap. I have an energy drink here to help me. I'll be fine. Marcus is in. Hello, Marcus. He says good evening, chat. Tiff and chat. Good evening. Like I said, the StreamYard link is there if anyone would like to join. Tell you what I'll do. I'll just switch over and I will get that pinned in chat. And then I don't have to keep posting it. Yeah, pin message. There we go. Let's just leave it on that. David sent out to Marcus. Richard sent out to David. Lots of people saying hello to each other. Bob is in. He says, "Has someone tidied up?" I wouldn't say tidied up, Bob. I've had a busy day moving belongings into the new house. Lots more hellos. And Jim is in. He says, "Greetings. Enjoying a glorious, sunny and cool spring afternoon with my doggy in the backyard. How is Pooch doing? How is Bear? Is it Bear? I think it is." And AJ is in. He says, "Evening all." Evening, AJ. More people saying hello. Revo is in. Hello, Revo. Thank you for joining. And Rich is saying, "Cool, got an energy drink too." Yes. I normally go for sugar-free, but I ended up with low blood sugars today, so I needed it. And just more people saying hello to each other. And TBG is in. He says, "Hi, everyone." Hello, TBG. How are you? Ross is in. He says, "Afternoon, Trouble." Who are you calling Trouble? I am not Trouble. I am very well behaved. Mostly. What has happened to my logo? I just noticed that. Put that back up there. People saying hello, hello. So AJ is saying, "Dark Side, hi Tiffany, did you remember to make sure the box with the kettle is last in and first out?" There is already a kettle there. It is a 1-cup kettle. So pretty easy to use. But I did buy the moving guys a couple of cans of cold drink. Like energy drinks or cans of pop or whatever they wanted. Just because, like I say, it did get quite warm today. Which is good because it was peeing it down yesterday. David saying hello to Ross. Jimmy saying hello to all on screen and in chat. And I thought saying hello to TBG. More hellos. Steele is in. I think it's Dan. He says, "Oosh, I have arrived. Hello." And Ross is saying, "Are you sure you don't need a phone a friend about that?" I am very sure indeed. More hellos. Ian's in. He says, "Good evening." Good evening, Ian. More hellos. More hellos. TBG says, "Tired, woken up early by the dog having a fit." Oh no. I hope he's all right. And more hellos. More hellos. Keeps jumping. And Dan is saying hello to our host, Tiff. Hello. So, like I said, the link for StreamYard is pinned in chat if anyone would like to join me. I am just going to go and get the kit, and I need to get my paints. Give me 2 minutes. Sorry about the banging. It was indeed in the cupboard. Okay. Oh wow, it's jumped a lot. So lots of people saying hello. And Jim says, "I've been awake since 3:30 a.m. Started my Sunday with Aussie Model Alive. Been going ever since." Wow. I think I was awake at about 8 o'clock this morning just to get some last little bits done. More just clearing sort of like the hallway and making sure the cat is okay. And Scott saying he says boo or boo, whichever. Hello, Scott. That's a lose. Richardson still need to sort out my model kit area, being a little lazy with it. Yes, my desk is a hazard zone right now. It really is. TBG's hi Ian. Lots more hellos. Dan is saying, good time to be up at gym. It's not. It is not. I thought saying Ross, the SU57 has arrived and it's huge. Far bigger than Corby kits. Are those the is it Rio Brick or something that was mentioned on his last one? And AJ says, ooh, cats. No, cats are great. I have a little black cat. She's absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable. Right, get these instructions. So, hi TBG. David says, spent the day trying to find things, but most of the time knocking more things on the floor. Yeah, I saw him on the streams that you weren't having the greatest of days, David. And AJ says, had to clean my desk to record an unboxing. Yes, I did that for actually this kit. And Ethel saying, yes, to real bricks. And TVG says, kept him quiet all day on tranquilizers. I take him to the vets tomorrow. I suspect he'd eaten something. Oh dear. Yes, Willow has to be sedated when she goes in for her vaccinations. Otherwise, she tries to attack. She goes on defensive mode. She's not very keen on the vets. And AJ says, Black Cat, is it a familiar? Yes, she is. She is currently asleep. I think she's out in the hallway on our cat tree. Revo says, hi TBG. And Dan is saying, cats being great is a debatable here. At the moment, fostering 2 adults and 3 kittens. Wow. Wow. Ian says, hi TBG. And Ian also says, hi David. I'm guessing that's David of the Valley. Cool. So, there are other colours that do need to be added to this. Just take everything off their cocktail sticks. Very handy, these things. No. Of course, that bit didn't get any primer. Not to worry. Oh dear. What else have we got? We have this bit. And that bit. Cool. So, what has everyone else been up to today? TVG saying hi to Revo. David saying, James, I do hope you'll be okay. And TVG says, so do I. Frightened the life out of me. I'm sure it would have. It's always scary when our pets go through something. So, right, let's just say to hot knife it to attach it together. However, I am just going to glue it. I don't really want the wheels to be moving. So I will just take it one bit at a time. I believe, let's have a look. Yeah, it'll just started with the engine. Ian is saying, saw the pre-owned SU57 Rio bricks on eBay for £32. guess that's not too bad. Dan is saying fingers crossed, James. And AJ says, still fighting the Avro Lancaster rebuild. We have 16 people watching. Thank you very much for joining me. Oh, Plastic Monkey is in. He says, evening. Good evening, Plastic Monkey. It's been a very long time since I've spoken to you, or at least seen you in someone's chat. Okay, so what are we starting with? I should have primed the hubcaps, but I do still need to order my red. So that can wait anyway. So, let's see. So, the engine block is black anyway. That's fine. It's just the little details. So, 33 is a matte black. So, what was 20? And 30. 30 is supposed to be dark green, so the engine is supposed to be dark green. That's unusual. Okay, I do believe I have a dark green. Ow. Yep, that should be fine. So I primarily use Vallejo paints for my models. The occasional Tamiya, if I'm doing sort of like, I prefer them for motorbike kits. Or sort of like for the little details, I guess. So let's have a look. I'm just going to brush this all over after I've given it a good shake with the dark green, and then I can pick out the bits of black and stuff again. And it looks like there's little bits of red and copper. I don't think I have a copper. I'd have to check. Let's have a look. Oh, is my camera going funny? There we go. Oh no, it's just because I'm knocking the desk. Okay. So Paul is saying he's stripping, cleaning 3 of his airbrushes as they've been playing up. Yeah, I had issues with mine. Just about people saying hello. Athol is saying Celia paid full price via Amazon Prime with ultra fast delivery. Oh, that must have cost an arm and a leg. Dan is saying pretty much a standard Sunday, but of household stuff. A bit of household stuff, bit of modelling, and Sunday lunch and dinner. I actually haven't had a Sunday dinner date. I was going to go to the pub before I came home, but by the time I got down to the bus station, I only had about 10 minutes before my bus was due, so I just left it. Some more hellos. And Smoking Crows in. I believe that's another James. He says, hey Tiff. Hello. TBG says hi. Athol says hello to Smoking Crow. And James says, bloody hell, Monkey and Sue are in here. Yeah. More hellos. Lots more hellos. And Steele says, pretty average, struggling with post-Sunday lunch feeling. And yourself, James. And Ian says, was going to say, Athol, you only ordered that Friday night. That was quick. And for a Sunday delivery as well. And Jim is saying Happy Mother's Day for us in the US. Happy Mother's Day to all those in the United States. Another was saying £65 tip. She paid and is happy it arrived. My F15 ES does not arrive till the 15th. And Darren is in. He says, evening everyone. Sorry I'm late tip. Do not be sorry. You are not demanded to be here. It's just if you feel like being here. So let's grab a paintbrush and go for a bigger paintbrush because, like I said, I'm just going to paint this all over green because apparently that is what colour it is. What I'll do is I'll try and avoid the bits that I know are going to be a different colour. So, have you had a good day, Darren? It's very quiet up here. I'm all alone. I know I've got that song stuck in my head. Good. People saying hello to Darren. James is saying to steal back to Dan, a pretty good mate, went out on the bike for an hour or so, spent the rest of it at the bench. Yeah, I might spend a few hours, maybe an hour or so after the live stream at the bench as well. Darren is saying he's had a good day, thank you. And more people saying hello to Darren, and Darren saying hello to others. Just grab a drink. Just water this down a bit. I'm hoping this will dry quite dark. Because you can't actually tell on there that it is black. It looks... sorry, it's green. It looks black. Mm-hmm. 17 in. Please do not forget to hit that like button. It does help the channel and the algorithms and such. Now, during someone's stream yesterday, I did hit 150. I lost 3 overnight, but that's fine. It happens. To be fair, getting 147 is just incredible on its own. In fact, just having anyone interested is an accomplishment of its own. This green probably should have been a bit darker, but my model, painted how I want. It does dry darker than what it goes on. And having the black base should help a bit as well. Just bear with me, folks. I'll get to the chat in a second. More people saying. Dan's asking if it's motor or pedal. Let's look. So James is saying, Dan, I love both, but I felt a little chubby and lazy today, so I went with the motor. Ian is saying that he went out on his bike twice today. And Rich is asking what vehicle I'm doing. So I am building. Can't remember to get the box back. Oh, but this is the Citroen C4 Splendid Hotel. And this was kind of gifted to me by Bob. So thank you again, Bob. I'm actually rather looking forward to it. Oh, and I am enjoying it so far. I know I've only sort of like built a little bit and painted a little bit, but it's going together quite nicely. James is saying, Ian, good lad. I had to nip out after we were speaking about them. And Scott's saying it'd be mostly YouTube that would have taken the subscribers. So that's fine. I know what happens. Darren is saying hello to Rich. Ian is saying we inspired each other to have a ride out. And Dan is saying fair enough. What was the ride of choice, James? And Rich is saying cool. Hope you enjoy building it. Looks interesting. Yeah, like I say, it's gone together quite nicely so far. And there's that green drying darker. Awesome. I'll probably do a second thinner coat. Uh, 30. There is no way the fan is also green. No, I'll do that silver. So at some point I do actually need to do a bit of research on this vehicle. But as you can probably imagine, I have been extremely busy the last sort of week or so. The guys that helped me move the stuff today were very, very helpful people. They did an amazing job at very short notice. The chat is going today. Panzer's in. Hello, Panzer. This is Meow. And Athol says it's that pretty tat. Meow Panzer. And Dan says hello to Panzer. James is saying I currently have a Triumph Street twin modern classic and a late 90s Africa twin. Next on my radar is a 900 RR Fireblade looking for a 1996/7. Oh wow. Darren is saying hi. And Panzer is saying hi to everyone. And so James is asking what I do for work. I currently don't work. I have a lot of sort of mobility issues that cause a lot of pain. And that's due to working sort of in a care home, as well as sort of like I have hypermobility, so that sort of like you don't get much of a what's the word? Like a cushioning between your bones, and you're also a lot more sort of flexible and stuff like that. But it also can cause fatigue and like muscle cramps and stuff like that. So It's just an example. I can touch my wrist with my thumb. You'll occasionally hear me or see me do that because my fingers and my wrists go stiff with it as well. So sometimes I can't sit at the bench too long. So sort of 2-hour live streams work very well for me. It hits my limit at that point. Oh, we had a pop. And David is in. Hello, David.
Hello.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but someone would be in right now, but
I know. Half an hour. It doesn't feel like half an hour already.
yeah, sorry about that. I have to sort everything out first.
No, it's fine. Just get through chat because there is quite a bit of it.
Oh, I.
So everyone is saying hello to everyone. And Lindsay's in. He says, hello, Poppets. Hello, Lindsay. How are you? And Pans is saying, I knew you were going live tonight, but I was looking for the stream on your other channel. Yes, so I did maybe like 2 or 3 streams on that channel. And then it got to a point where I was like, I did a buddy build with Bearded Veteran Creates and the Budget Modeler. And I needed a proper sort of like channel name and logo and stuff. So Mikey from Bearded Veteran Creates actually helped me create my logo, my channel name, which, you know, it was very, very kind of him. So yes, this is my streaming channel where I build my models, and I'll start hopefully uploading more videos of box reviews and stuff. And then the one that's just TIFF is just what I use to comment in streams. So Dan is saying a proper cross tracker then, James.
So that's going to be on board. Right.
Lots more hellos. Lots more. And Doug Smith is in. He says, hello, everyone. Hello, Doug. Thank you for joining.
Let's put those up.
Adam Skill Modeling is in. Hello, Adam. He says, woke up a bit early to make it. Hello, all. Hello, Adam. I'm guessing you are not at work. If you'd like to join us, the link is in chat. More people saying hello to each other. And Doug is saying it's good to see you guys. It's good to see you in chat. Thank you. Like I said, thank you for joining. And James is saying, I have the same. Good for party tricks, but could be super painful. Yes. I can imagine the strain that would cause working in a care home. Yeah, so I actually found out about my hypermobility after I injured myself working in a care home. Yeah. Wasn't fun. Lots more people saying hello to each other. So, are you still working on your ship, David?
Yeah, I've had a problem with one part. Near the top is a pulley piece. It's only about that big. It came off, and I can't find it. So that's what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to do that. I kept on knocking other things on the floor as well. So
yeah,
it's been that sort of day. So at the moment,
it's been one of them days.
Yeah. I got a big piece of Panama white cloth. A bit too much, really, but and I got it fixed to the table with the plans underneath, and I'm using a pencil to outline them, ready to cut them out. I'll better stick and sew these up for tomorrow then.
Yeah.
Keep me out of mischief.
I don't think that would keep you out of mischief, David.
That's if I can get talking about so many things to come up on. And that is Butch. Ah, there. Yeah, possibly should have pinned it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, whilst I'm here, there you go, Adam. Made your own moderator. So James is saying, I don't think my back or wrists will love me for it, but it will look lovely in the other man cave. Dorcosaurus is in. He says, hi, Tiff, David, and Chatland peoples. Hello, Dorcosaurus.
Hello, William.
And Dan is saying, sounds like a good enough reason, James. Yeah. And Adam is saying, hello, beautiful chat. You all are too quick for me, and I'm working at 10. Just decided to wake up properly and such to actually make the live this week. So you woke up an hour and a half before you have to go to work. Ian is saying hi to Dorka. Dan is saying hi to Dorka. And Ian says, morning then, Adam. Just give that a little bit to dry off and then do a second coat. And whilst I'm doing that, 21, which I believe is black. Ah, black gloss. Okay. I'll have a black gloss. It's just, which one is it? It's this one. So Plastic Monkey saying, done years in care, hardest job I ever had. It was, we mostly cared for bariatric patients, which are sort of like the larger sort of patients you can get. So yes, very sort of strenuous work. But I also did some work with people with special needs and people with dementia as well. It's very rewarding work. As much as it can be tough, it is very rewarding. And Adam is saying, I did indeed. And it's still evening, unfortunately, Ian. It's a night shift life. Well, technically, it's morning for you. Your days are reversed. And Jim says, hello, David, back at the workbench.
Yes, fortunately.
He's overcome the obstacles.
Given up on them, shall we say.
Ice Queen is in, I believe that's Sue. She says,
yes.
Evening, guys. Evening, welcome in.
Hello, Paul and Sue.
Darren's saying hello to Jim. Plastic is saying hi to Sue. Plastic says, oh, don't be mean about Sue. Hobby Time is in. He says, hi, guys. Hello, Hobby Time.
Hello, Gordon.
Welcome in. Wow, lots of chat. So everyone is saying hello to everyone. I'm not going to do individual hellos. With there being so many, it's just going to take a long time. Plastic is just saying lol to James. Yep, everyone's saying hello. I wonder if I'll actually get time to paint it. Probably not much. Right, pop that paintbrush away. Let's see. So these are all black gloss. Okay, doke. Let's find a different paper. Nope. This one will do. Hello, Sue says hi to Tiff and David. Yes, it is Sue. Nice. I'm trying to keep sort of like a mental note of everyone's names just because it's easier. More people saying hello. Jim is saying hello, Sue. Happy Mother's Day to you. Today is the day in the US. And Plastic is saying put the kettle on, Sue. Ian saying hello to Sue.
2 sugars, please.
2 and a Q. Adam will get that. Being Scottish, he will get that. In fact, Adam says, I can second that feeling, Tiff. In high school and uni, I volunteered at a youth centre that focused on music as support. I miss doing it. I do miss my care work, especially working with the people that had sort of like the dementia and the learning difficulties. It was great to just hear stories from their past and sort of like they were rather, when they were having their good times, they were very cheerful and always made you smile, which is great. James says, if in doubt, call them James. So many of us in here. Yeah, there are quite a few of you. Sue is saying cheeky sodball. And Jim is asking for some biscuits with his tea. And Plastic is saying, be nice, Jim. And Happy Time says, you tell him, Sue. And Sue says she cannot keep up with the chat. I'm struggling too. There's a lot of it. Wow, we've got 22 people in. Holy crap. And Dan is saying, James, having worked in the public sector, I answer to most things, even, oi, you. Yeah. It's normally Tiff or Tiffany that I answer to. So Joe is in. He says, okay, I made it home. Hello, Tiff and David. Got a plate of fried chicken and a cold Shiner Bock beer watching. I've never heard of it. I'm guessing that's an American thing. And Ian is saying hello to Joe. Right. I will get some painting done today.
I had an idea of using tracing paper to trace out the plans, then could put it onto the cloth. But the main sail is too big for the tracing paper I've got.
Oh.
But fortunately, the cloth I've got, I could see the pattern underneath, so I laid it on top and with a ruler outlined everything then.
Yeah.
See, roughly right, so.
In circumstances like that, I just use some sellotape to stick a couple of pieces of tracing paper together. Because sellotape is clear, so you can still see through it. But I think I've seen enough tape the last week or so to last me a lifetime. Oh, Darren, I have found more of those cat band song things. They have taken up a lot. They are now my highly recommended on YouTube. So thank you for that. Oh, bloody hell, chat's jumped again. So Sue's saying you'll be lucky, Aggie, Jim. Jim is saying you made a Joe. Panzer is saying I can crap, but it's not holy. It might, however, be a tad smelly. Yes, one of the movers used my bathroom after we finished packing up the van. He was very kind enough to spray the bathroom after him. Not a lot of people would do that. I'm just gonna call you Crow. It's just gonna be easier. There are too many Jameses. So Crow's saying I work in engineering mainly powder coat and is it Cerakote or departments now, which I love, but the names I normally answer to can't be repeated. We are coming up to the watershed, and I'm not monetized, so don't worry about it. Dan is saying, TMI Panzer. And Jim's saying, I did say please. Let's do the biscuits. And Joe says, it's a Texas beer. Delicious. Shiner Brewery in Shiner, Texas. Okay. Plastic is saying, I suppose I better put the kettle on then. And Dan is saying, James, know that well. And Jim is saying, at Joe, so many delicious beers are available everywhere across the UK. Yeah. And Sue's saying, Paul's downstairs making me a cuppa now. People saying hello. And Dan is saying, no photo, no proof, Sue. And Nathal's saying hello to Hobby Time. So have you got much planned for the rest of the evening, David?
No, there's Rob the Builder comes on about 10:30. He's in Australia. There's not many go on there. There's a baseman from America comes on, and I go on there. It just chats for. It works on his models for a couple of hours.
Okay, well, I'll be finished in time for that. I'll have to see if I can grab a link and pop in the chat. And I'll give him a subscribe myself because I've until now never heard of him. So I will do that in a second.
Right, just about to see it, I think. Sorry, done.
Yeah, take your time with that, David.
Scissors now.
Let's have a look. Darren saying hi to George. Joe says hello to Darren. So, what did you say? What was his channel name? Did you say, David? Oh, he's off. Okay. I'll grab it when he comes back. And I thought saying you have him well trained, Sue. Yes. Let's pop that to one side. Oh, do I have a piece? Have I lost a piece? Ah, it's hiding under there. Okay. So, Rob the Builder. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's move this. Hopefully I spell it right. Okay, I think it's this one. Let's have a look. Someone will have to tell me if it's the right one.
Yeah.
Okay. We have like a press call. There we go. If someone could double check that just to make sure that is the right one. Sue is saying hi, Ethel. I do. And Plastic Monkey is saying, tea's done, put my chains back on now. Ooh. So, yeah, that is it. Yeah, awesome. So, Cora's saying, here's a question for you, Tiff. Name one band that you love, but you feel their music has lost their way and no longer sounds like the band when they started. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, I don't know whether you could count it because they've obviously had to change singer, but Linkin Park, I do not like the female lead. It's just not Linkin Park. Other than that, I can't really think of anything. I'm always discovering new music. So, like, I'll discover something and I will sort of like focus on that sort of band or like genre for a little while, and then I'll go back to sort of like my old haunts, as I guess you'd say. But yeah, Linkin Park is probably number one right there, straight away. First thing that came to mind. You kind of do it. You can't replace Chester like that at all. It's just not right. And Darren is agreeing with me. And Doug is telling me to try Frogleaf Studios. I have. Every now and then I will go and listen to his stuff because he does some amazing things. So Adam was saying Kasabian for more modern, and y'all can fight me on this for the next one. But Metallica, boys, I love you, but it might be time to call it. Yeah, I guess Metallica, they have gone a bit downhill. I used to love their stuff. I still have my few favorites, but not. I don't listen to them as much as I used to. I think my all-time favorite and Maiden. Iron Maiden. All the way. Yeah. So Crowson, I thought you were going to say that. I agree. Main two for me are Parkway Drive. Early Parkway are amazing. New Parkway sounds like Trivium. The other is Bring Me the Horizon. Not heard of Parkway Drive. Heard of Trivium. When the other Bring Me the Horizon. Was it Bring Me the Horizon I saw live? No, that was it? It may have been. It may have been. And Richard saying Linkin Park isn't the same anymore. No, it's not. Do you have any opinions on it, David, about bands that just aren't the same anymore?
Bill Haley in the comments.
Hey?
Bill Haley in the comments.
That's not one I've heard of.
No, you're too young for that one.
Probably.
Rock Around the Clock.
Now, do you know what? I've heard that song being
Back
mentioned
from
before.
the 50s, 60s.
Yeah, I've heard that song being mentioned before on streams.
That's right. First was hearing all the early sort of rock and roll songs and before the pop songs. And, so like Elvis, and you had Bud Holly, and all 50s and 60s records kept them being played all the time. Then you got the 60s stuff came out with the Beatles and that, and then 70s the glam rocks.
Yeah.
And I preferred. I was listening to Slade a lot then. Then 80s. BBC decided to. They were cutting out all the older traditional singers, not playing their records anymore, because they wanted the younger stuff come in. I felt it had gone downhill a bit after that. Some of the things came out. But these days, it's well, I've been here. You don't hear the singers. All you hear is the heavy drums and guitar playing, and they drown out the sounds now. In the old days, you could hear the singers and you could understand each word. But so,
I think sort of, what's the word? Auto-tune is used way too much these days as well. You hear it too much. What happened to good old normal singers, like people that were actually able to sing?
They just speeded up the rhythm as well. I don't like that. So.
Let's have a look. Darren says Guns N' Roses ain't the same now. Axl's voice is long gone. Yeah, I can agree with you there. I think it's time for him to retire. Ian is saying he quite likes the girl singer in Linkin Park. You bought the album. No. I listened to one or two of the songs that she sung. I just couldn't. I'm a big lover of Chester. I really am. Athel says ELO, Tiff. ELO?
Yeah. Electric Light Orchestra.
Yeah. Not really one I've watched or listened to or whatever. Bob is saying not up on modern music except for Nightwish. Yeah. Plastic is saying AC/DC is still good. And Joe is saying you're an old one, David. Happy days. Ian says hello to Bob. Ice Queen. Sue is saying she agrees with Darren. Crow says Parkway are an Australian metal band. So good. I don't dislike their new stuff, but it's not the same band. Darren saying hello to Bob. Bob saying hey ho Ian, we're both still alive it seems. And Sue says Queen isn't the same without Freddie. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And Ian says I mentioned Rock Around the Clock last Friday on Be a Veteran Creates. That's probably why I do occasionally still listen in. So I was I think I was listening in Friday whilst I was packing and sorting stuff out. Joe says when Van Halen went to Sammy Hagar or Hagar, I don't know. I didn't like it, but the more I listened, the more I liked him in Van Halen. Still love the old David Lee Roth lead though. Yeah. Adam was saying 90s nearly killed metal because of those goddamn loudness wars. Yeah. Where were we? There we go. Sorry, streaming, I just jumped. Mac Creative is in. He says, evening all. Good evening.
Oh, dear.
Adam says, random fact. I worked alongside Ken Scott, who engineered and produced a couple of famous folk. Nice. And Crow says, Adam, I don't know, mate. Lost Prophets didn't give the genre a good name. No, it did not. And Adam's saying, oh, good. Oh, God. Don't, James. Darren's saying hi to Mac. Revo is saying Disturbed, Iron Maiden, Def Leppard, Falling in Reverse, Within Temptation, Guns N' Roses, Sabaton and Linkin Park. I don't know. I do like Disturbed. I really do. And Sue's saying, oh, Tiff, lol. And Mac is saying hi to Darren. And Joe's saying he loved ELO in the 70s. Still listen to them. It's something I might have to.
Yes, and good records of fantastic instrumentation.
Yeah. Just bear with me. I'll get back to the comments in a second. Really should put the paint on the model whilst it's still wet on the brush. So Jim is saying, I agree, Joe. Van Halen was the real deal with Roth as a singer. Their best work was done on the first few albums. Bob is saying some of the modern a cappella bands are good. Pentatonic's Home Free, Voice Play, and for Weird, a one-man band, Jared Haley. Yes, I do listen to Voice Play and Home Free. I do. It's more for the bass. I do love their bass singers. So Dan is saying, right, folks, the damn body clock says it's time for bed. Stay classy and don't do anything that I wouldn't do. I know it doesn't leave much. Good night. Good night, and thank you for joining us.
All right.
Well, Jim is saying, Queen without Freddie Mercury is like the Doors without Jim Morrison. Yeah. I thought saying hi to Gail. Sue says, yeah, you're right there, Jim. Yeah. Bob is in Within Temptation, the soundtrack to the TT. People saying good night to Dan. Plastic Monkey saying he's a bit of a Blondie fan. Never listened to her. Or them, or who. I've heard of them. Heard the name, but Adam's saying I saw some. It's the Beatles, Elton John, Pink Floyd, Procol Harum,
Harley.
Mahavishnu Orchestra, Billy Cobham, David Bowie, Duran Duran, the Jeff Beck Group, Supertramp, and a few more. And Athol says, if you want to listen to brilliant music, try Yes or Help. Adam says, I'm guessing he's correcting something. And he said, good night to Dan. And Joe's saying, you need to listen to 70s ELO Tiff. The music was so new, orchestra and rock together. I have seen a few shows like that coming up here in the Northeast. Like little rock orchestras. And they have been Very, very tempting. Unfortunately, it's just getting home afterwards because they're on a night time. And where I live, my buses finish at 5 o'clock at night. Well, where I currently live, when I move properly and get all of my stuff out of here, buses don't finish until like midnight. It's great. Unfortunately, from the city into the middle of nowhere, it costs about 50 quid in a taxi. It's very expensive. It's probably more now just due to the price of fuel going up. Cora's saying, "Oh, Monkey, I have a raunchy signed autograph from Blondie in her prime, not a recent one." Jim's saying he can tell that Athol is from the progressive rock era. And he also says the band Chicago had a great combination of brass and electric. Brett is in. He says, "Good afternoon. It's Mother's Day, and I just finished taking my mum out to eat." Hello, welcome in. Joe's saying, Procol Harum. There's a 60s classic band. No, listen to them. Darren said, "I don't think Avenged Sevenfold are as good as they were." I think it's been a very long time since I listened to Avenged. People are saying hello to Brett. Tinwise in. He says, "Hi, peoples."
Yeah, Timothy.
Welcome in. And Adam's saying, "Tiff, when I went to Hans last year, it was mostly remixes of his favourite tracks, including a hard rock version of the Pirates of the Caribbean theme." What? I need to hear this. I love the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song. And Joe is saying, "Jim might be my favourite song. 25 or 6 to 4. Darren says, "Hi, Tim." And Athol is saying, "Brilliant Dutch band Focus album, Hocus Pocus."
There's a film made by Hazel O'Connor, sort of 90s, more like punk type sort of heavy stuff. That's quite raunchy, sort of the things, what the things were like in back in the 60s. Jules Holland became a manager, and they came supposed to play a singer, grew up in the road, became a star and everything. So and there's a few nice songs in there. It's Breaking Glass. It's a film to see.
Tell you what, I'll make a note of that. Where did I put my pen? There's so much stuff on my desk. I really need to clean it. I'll make a note in my phone.
It's a slow, solemn song called "Will You," and that's played on YouTube. The full version at the end comes a lonely saxophone player, and so it's very haunting, very nice.
Bear with me, I'm just texting my mum back.
Okay. Right, those are ready.
Okay, so oh wow, chat has jumped. Adam is saying to Joe, he engineering a salty dog. That makes no sense, but okay. People saying hello. And Joe saying he drove into New Orleans this morning, listening to the best of the Doobie Brothers, just listening to the music. Bob is saying, I'm surprised you haven't heard a Whiter Shade of Pale Tiff. I probably have. I don't tend to sort of recognize songs by their name. Not a lot of songs anyway, but I'll listen to it and be like, oh yeah, I've heard that. And I was like, I didn't realize the song was actually called that. Matthew Wag is in. He says, evening, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Don't be sorry. Glad you're here, though. And Brett is saying, a lot of good bands mentioned here, but what about Iron Maiden? 50 years and better than ever. Yeah, I mentioned them earlier on. I do love Iron Maiden. I saw their Legacy of the Beast tour in one of my local cities, Newcastle, here in the UK. And honestly, I went to Download Festival, and Iron Maiden just blew that festival out of the water. You had a Spitfire flying over. You had an Eddie. You had Eddie dressed like someone dressed up as Eddie, flying around with a flamethrower. It was great. I keep seeing adverts for Five Finger Death Punch and The Offspring. That's two bands I really want to see. I've been really into my Five Finger Death Punch recently. Just bear with me and I'll get back to chat. You guys are keeping me on my toes tonight. And I love it. Wow, 24 people in. Awesome. Timothy saying hello to Jim. Revo is saying falling in reverse are better now than back in the 2000s. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I thought saying Joel, a man after my own taste in music, the Doobie Bros. Bobby's saying a friend used to live next door to the Bonzo Dog Doodah band. Said they practiced loud. Sorry, I didn't click that. Joe's saying it's great stuff, Athol. More people saying hello. Adam is saying it's filmed live, but you'll get it. It was purely for the live event, so I doubt there's an official version anywhere. I will. Okay, what I'll do. Oh, no, don't want to do that. Open link, a new tab. And so let's open a new tab and I will watch that after. Joe's saying I've seen Iron Maiden more times live than any other band from late 70s to the 2000s. Wow. Darren is saying he spent many a year at Download. I've only been once, and that was the year that Judas Priest, Kiss, and Muse were headlining. And our tent got absolutely drenched because we didn't realize there was a hole in the tent. So my boots got full of water and didn't realize that the airbed had a hole in it. It was a fun year. Almost lost a big toe. Revo was saying The Sound of Silence by Disturbed. Yeah, it's a great version of it. Bruce Dickinson's love for collecting military hardware definitely caught my attention when I first read of it way back when. I believe that they actually, was it a tour truck or a plane or something, they had taken apart, and you could actually buy little like earrings made of it. I missed out getting one of those, and I was gutted. So it's Spruce saying, Tiff, can we see the body of the car, please? There's not much to see.
Oh, Dave.
But also, unfortunately, the body of the car is in pieces, so I would have to build it up. Oh dear. Let me just. Yeah, so like I said, the body is in multiple pieces on different sprues. So you'd have to build each side up and stuff separately. But that will eventually get primed and put in and built up. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, Adam, forged red or ruby red for the body? Which one would you say is better? I'm going for more of a darker red though. But I know you've sort of used some of the two metallic metals for it. Joe saying this weekend build an Academy F6F35 in 1/72, and it was perfect except the silly decals. They all crinkled up on me. Oh dear. Paul Christopher says, sorry, but Ben is calling. Early start tomorrow. Thanks for the stream. See you all soon. No worries. If people feel like they need it, I can do these at 7 p.m. instead of 8. But I will let you guys sort of choose whether you want me to change it to 7 or keep it at 8. Whatever's easier for you guys. I know that there's sort of nothing really between, well, there was nothing between sort of Lindsay and me today. Panzer is also off to bed. He says, okay, folks, time for this cat to curl up in the basket. Have a good rest of your Sunday evening. Good night,
Panzer.
Jim was saying the late great Lemmy was a model builder and a World War I memorabilia collector. Oh, wow, cool. Revo is saying Five Finger Death Punch Gone Away, epic song. It is, if I believe right, Offspring did it first. I have heard both versions, and both versions are brilliant. James is saying Revo Falling in Reverse brought out some absolute bangers during COVID, but he's dropped off again since he pulled out the UK tour. I was more gutted I didn't get to see Slaughter to Prevail. I think the one thing I am most gutted about was I had tickets to Ozzy Osbourne's No More Tours 2, the original gig, which obviously got cancelled because he wasn't due to COVID, and then he wasn't very well, and then obviously he just cancelled the rest of the dates anyway. Yeah, but I had tickets. Let's look. Adam says I'm doing well. I'm not 30 yet, and I've seen the Rolling Stones 4 times now, and thankfully I saw Meatloaf before he passed. I am jealous. I am so jealous. I am jealous of Jim too. He's seen Motorhead 4 times, Frank Zappa 4 times, and the Reverend Horton Heat 4 times, I think. Yeah, I'm jealous of the Motorhead. Frank Zappa and is not my kind of thing. And the Reverend Horton Heat, never heard them. Sprue is saying, sorry, hi all. Hello, Sprue. And yeah, James is saying that the Five Fingers cover of Gone Away is epic, but he still prefers the original. Jim is saying, my favourite Iron Maiden song is The Prisoner. Book of Souls. Oh, it's my favourite album. And Sprue is saying, oh, sorry, I thought you had built it. No, I'm taking my time with this one. It was a gift, so I want to do it some justice, which is why I'm taking my time. Unfortunately, I've not really had much time to actually paint anything today. Chat has been crazy. Revo's saying that he's never heard the original. And yeah, I was right. So James is saying that Offspring did the original. Awesome. I was right. And Revo saying thanks. Darren says, I'd been going since it was Monsters of Rock. My last download was 2014 when I moved away. Do you know what? I think mine was my first and only download was 2015. So you never know. A year earlier, and I could have met you. Though you'd have not known my face at that point. Adam is saying, I would say Ruby. It has more of a red-purple leaning. Forged seems to have a bit more orange to it. Okay, but Ruby Red. That's not a problem. I'll go for that one. Ian is saying he likes the blue on black, that five finger Death Punch covered. Yes, I have heard that one, I think. And Adam has put a link into a post which he says shows the ruby red off well with only the base and shade colours used. Awesome. What I'll do is I'll open that in a new tab too. And Darren is saying, Dan, missed you by a year. Yeah. the download where it was beautiful and sunny the Friday when we were queuing up. And then it got about halfway through the day and it started absolutely peeing it down. And it didn't stop all weekend. I need some more black paint. Wow, we're already an hour and 25 minutes in nearly, and we've got 25 watching. It's been a quiet panel this week, but chat has been very busy. Which is what we like to see. Hopefully next week we'll have more people on panel. And
yeah, I thought there was be quite a few come on. But,
yeah, I thought Scott would have joined us, but he must be busy. So Darren was saying, yep, I remember that, and was thinking I was glad not to have been there. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't great. Like I say, the tent flooded. Airbeds had holes in them. My phone got waterlogged and broke. It was obviously I had to wear my shoes because they were the only pair I had, and because of that, I almost lost my big toe, just because it was cold. But apparently, that's just all part of the experience.
have you been to Glastonbury yet?
No. I think I'm a little bit old. Like, I say old to be doing festivals now. I enjoyed Download. I don't feel like the festival scene is my kind of thing anymore. I'll go to a live concert and stuff, but not weekend-long festivals.
When I was in Gloucester, my neighbour, he said when he sort of had the early years when it first started, he was there part of the security guards. So the mostly sort of bikers and everything they got in to protect the stages. So they was right at the front all the time.
Yeah.
So I had this piece been cut, or it's the wrong size been put in here. I just had a message from my mate that the paddle steamer Waverley kind of the Bristol Channel. I already knew.
That's right. Where are we? There we go. Matthew was saying the cat woke me up at 4:30 this morning. Had the girls all weekend, so we'll be model making tomorrow. Awesome. Darren saying all good memories. Yeah. And James is saying Glasgow is only a few miles from me. It's very overrated and expensive now. Yeah, download is expensive too. Revo saying Jim Sabaton 1916, great cover of Motorhead. Ian is saying Glastonbury was expensive in the 90s, I thought. Yeah, I think when I went to download, I went with my then partner. He paid for the tickets, and I think it was like 300 quid for the full weekend. And you had to leave the Sunday night. You couldn't stay until the Monday morning. So you were there until like midnight, partying, but you had to stay sober so you could drive home. So it was good. I mean, I don't drive, so I could drink, but I don't drink very much. But he had to stay sober. And Sue says, agreed, James, it's changed so much over the years. Right, I'm going to do another quote of this green, I think. Oh no, I've just put black there. Crap. Oh. That happens when you're tired. I should have double checked. Never mind. I'll use this one. When someone's out in the park tooting their horn. Adam is saying done tea in the park 6 times in a row until it became something. I don't know what you mean in there, Adam. Haven't went back. And then Darren is saying, I never had to drive home. I walked, or tried to anyway. Yeah, you're lucky when you live close enough to it. Unfortunately, I didn't. I will go to another. I wouldn't say a festival. I would say festival life just wasn't for me. But I will probably go to another live band or show on that. One day I will go.
Right, this one in. I've drawn and cut this correctly as the plans, but the sail is too big for the mask. That's trim that down a bit.
And cut once.
So as it was supposed to be, that because the box is wide, but not wide enough for the extension. It's supposed to be compared to that. These take trimmed in the sails. They'll fit.
Yeah, a wooden kit. I don't think it's just something I don't think I'd ever be able to do.
But I just it's a challenge for me to go record the sums and everything, how to do things and the right sizes and everything.
Yeah. On my wish list is one of the Agora models kits, the car kits. I'd love to do an Agora model. Something I'd have to save up for.
Yeah,
they're just a little bit expensive.
I think when they bring out the kits, I think I'll wait and see someone come online and start building them until they're big. Excuse me. Till about halfway through and see how detailed and difficult it might be. But, these part kits you get sort of box every month with like 4 to 6 sets in there, and some of them you got to leave for later on. And
yeah, I think you can do it like as a subscription, but it depends on how you want. You can do it over a year or 2 years for the Agora box. But it's like if you do it over the year, it's like 100 and something a month. If you do it over the 2, it's like half that price. It's very expensive. I'd rather, it's like some of the kits you obviously you can pay up front for the full kit and have it all delivered in one if you wanted to. So I think that's probably, if I do decide to get one, that is probably what I'll do. I'll save up for it and just buy the kit in one. And I think that would probably be another live stream build.
yeah, they did the Terminator. Someone was building it. I found it the fingers was too loose, so Gore a bit later on put in an update for a stiffer connection for the fingers, so you can move them around and hold them into position.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's one of the cars I want. Obviously, like Terminator and stuff like that. It's not my kind of thing. But it's on a wish list at the moment. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, the cat's awake. So Adam was saying there's a new festival they do in Glasgow. All they've done is removed an eye, so it's transmit. Ah, okay. Athol was saying lovely weather here tonight. Howling winds and lashing rain. Hamish not going out except on the balcony. It's nice here. I've actually got my windows cracked a little bit. I mean, what is the temperature?
Yeah. It's 10 centigrade and clear down, yeah?
It is 12 where I am. 12 degrees. Awesome. Ian says, I've been invited to download, but Corrosion of Conformity is the only band I'd go see. It's not a band I've heard of. Matthew says, sun's just going down here, cat asleep on my chest, bats flying about outside. Yeah, the bats will come out. I think we're in the complete darkness here now. Sue is saying, sorry guys, I'm going to have to go up at 6 a.m. for work. Great stream, Tiff and David. Night all. Good night, and thank you for joining. Sleep well. Ian says, cool, Matthew. I love watching bats dart about. Yeah, I do. People say night to Sue. And Matthew's saying, yeah, Ian, they can eat all the midgies. Yeah. People saying goodbye to Sue. Jim is off as well. He's heading off to the rest of his Sunday. Take care, everyone. Take care, Jim. Enjoy the rest of your day. And people just say goodbye to Jim. Cool. Oh, we've only got about 20 minutes of the stream left. And then I think I'm going to go and have a nice relaxing bath. And even though I had a bit of a nap earlier, I'm going to go to bed and have an early night myself. And then for me, tomorrow, I will be going to Mum's, spending some time with Mum.
I'm not doing anything tomorrow, I don't think. Tuesday, I go dog sitting.
Yeah, it's just I feel like I haven't seen my mum since like Thursday, and I'm normally there like every day or every other day. So it's just be nice to see my mum and my nana again.
Would it be easier to get see her in the evenings now at this new place?
No, where I am now, like in the flat, it is literally. I am literally right now just in the next village over to them. So when I get to the house, I would have to take 2 buses to get here and to get there. But it's not too bad because they cap the bus prices, the bus ticket prices. It's not so bad. It'll just be like less time I have to see them because it'll go from seeing them 2, 3, 4 times a week to seeing them maybe once a week.
Yes, the time to travel was a problem.
Yeah. And with like the restrictions on the bus times here as well, that makes it even more difficult. It's like going from the town, like the city, like the bus station and that, to here. I think the buses start at about 7ish in the morning, and then they finish. The last bus out of the village into the city is, I think it's about 5:30. So it's just a case of if I don't get that bus, I don't get home. It'll be Rita. It'll be fine. James is saying I'm local to Cheddar Gorge here. Huge amounts of bats flying in and out of the caves. It's amazing. Yeah, I've always wanted to do some cave exploring with bats and stuff, but you gotta be careful doing that sort of stuff. Oh, right. And Joe's saying always good to spend time with your mum. I sure do miss mine. Yeah, my mum isn't really well. Obviously, I'm spending a lot of time with my nana as well because my nana lives with mum. But they're both not really well, so I like to spend as much time as I can with them. Right. So that's painted. That's painted. I've had both its coats on. I think I need to do, yep. A little bit left on this one. Oh. It's been painted. Love using cocktail sticks on these because it's so much easier to handle. Just skewer the holes and then you can just twirl it around. Don't twist that, anyone in the chat. I know some of you out there have very filthy minds.
Oh. Oh dear.
Oh, ow, below. Ow. Ow. That's my hair. Stop eating it.
Oh, is that the cat?
Yes. She's jumped up on my shoulders. If my hair's down, I get out of its bubble. She likes to eat it. She likes to chew my hair for some reason. You're a weird one. Mm-hmm. You're a weird one. She's only done it because I'm not paying attention to her. Oh, wow. Give me a second. People saying go back to gym. David saying Cheddar is a lovely place to visit. Crow says, I don't know what you're talking about, Tiff. Darren says, cheese. James is saying, David, it really is, mate. Very lucky to live so close to it. And then we have Leo in. It says, sorry to hear that, Tiff. Regards from Denmark. Wow. My channel reached Denmark? He says, I only have my mother left in family. Been by her, some lunch and shoved some flowers in her face. Happy as always. Thanks, dear Dad, for teaching me that. I think if I shoved flowers in my mum's face, she'd slap me. But It's good to hear that you've been to see her. Just don't shove them in our face too hard. Right. Pop that back in there whilst that's drying. And Darren is saying hello to Leo. Yeah, thank you for joining the channel, dude. It's a very chilled channel, this one. Tend to stream sort of about 2:30, just put my tongue, about 2:30 on a Friday afternoon, UK time. And then I do these sort of Sunday nights around about 8:00 UK time. So people are saying hello to you. And Doug is saying, still here, just cleaning the house and scrubbing the floors. Oh, I do not envy you. I hate housework. I think I'm one of few women that actually hate cleaning. If I could afford to have a cleaner, I'd do it. Cleaning is not my jam.
Yeah, scrubbing the floors on hands and knees, scrubbing brush, plus the soap, couple of rags, one to wipe on, one to wipe off.
Yeah, I just... Yeah, I don't like cleaning. And obviously it has to be done because I live alone currently. But yeah, it's going to be easier in the new house because it's all wooden flooring. So very easy to sweep and hoover and clean. There's a quick mop. Or, well, I do have there is a steam cleaner there. Sprue was asking if I'm only doing Sunday streaming. So no, I do a Friday afternoon as well. It's called Friday Afternoon Delight. It's normally about 2:15. Just to give other people something to listen to, I guess. And then the Sunday, 8:00. For 2 hours. They're all 2 hours, roughly. The cat is chewing cardboard. Thankfully, it's cardboard that I don't need.
At least it's not your hair.
At least it's not my hair. And Athel is saying, Pooh Sonic, does he know about your objectivity for cleaning, Tiff? Yes, he does. He does. Thankfully, it's not his house. He has his own. We've just moved some of his stuff down to mine for when he visits. Joe is saying, my next small build starts tomorrow, and it's the Italeri 135th Commando car. Should be fairly easy. Let's hope so. Cool. got some. Oh, in fact, I say some. I have a big list of car kits and other vehicle kits that I want to do eventually. Gonna take a bit of time. We'll get there. So, okay. So to be more specific, I live in Elsinore, North Zealand, near Kronborg, the home of Hamlet. Oh, cool! Nice place with forests and sea and me building models. Love from Alex. Well, it's nice to meet you, Alex. Thank you for joining the channel, and thank you for commenting in chat. It does sound like a beautiful place to live. Really does.
Yeah, I missed out on the trip going to Denmark. Ship. Through Bristol Channel to Ipswich, and the East Coast took had the ship, then went to Denmark, and they said they had a good old time over there.
I have never been off mainland UK. Only ever holidayed in the UK. Furthest up north I have been is, well, it depends on which side of Scotland, but east side, furthest I've been is Edinburgh. West side, Glasgow. And then furthest I've been down south. I'm trying to think. Might actually be Telford. Yeah, I think it was Telford, Scale Model World. Matthew says, lol, Leopard Tank Leo. Matthew's got a habit of naming his tanks. Joe is saying, Tiff, my wife is glad that I have OCD. I'm constantly cleaning or have to be doing something. I pick up everything, wash clothes, etc. It's crazy. Her sisters want to borrow me all the time. I think I might have to borrow you at some point. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am organised when it comes to sort of like my hobby. Like, all of my paints are organised in my box. My books, they're all sort of like in alphabetical order. DVDs, they're all in alphabetical order. That's the only thing I'm OCD with. I will happily leave my bed messy, unmade. There's no point in making it if you're just going to unmake it again the same night. Yeah, I'll do clothes washing once a week. I'll let the hamper get full, and then just wash it all. Right. You saying hello, Willow? Come on. You say hello? There she is.
Meow.
Nope, she's just going to settle herself on the desk now. To be fair, we've only got about 5 minutes left. She's okay. And yeah. To be fair, she hasn't seen me all day, so yeah, there she goes, settling in. Ethel is saying, Alex from Denmark, is that the guy that builds Tau Warriors? James is saying, right, lovely people, I need a shower, up at 4 AM for work, up the deal. Upsides though, I get Fridays off, so I'll be here on Fridays, on here for Friday stream. Awesome. Nice to see you. Plastic is saying, see you, James, be good. And Matthew's saying good night. James is saying can't promise. Plastic is saying lol. And Darren's saying hello to below. I'm pretty sure if Willow could talk, she would be saying hello back. Matthew saying Harley's gone off to her radiator hammock. Yeah, she sleeps in her radiator hammock, but that's attached to the bedroom radiator, and she'll sleep in there only if I'm in the room. Most of the time, she's curled up underneath the duvet by my feet. And yeah. Bob is saying, "'Tis a foul, four-footed, furry feline fiend." She's not a fiend. She's adorable. Although I do have some lovely marks on me from this morning when I tried to wrangle her. I think I woke her up a bit too early this morning. She's normally not awake until about 10 o'clock. Yeah.
My sister's always had cats.
Well, I had a cat when I was younger. And then when I moved out and stuff, I got myself situated. I ended up with a greyhound. And then he passed away and I moved back here to be closer to mum. And then this little lady needed rescuing. I've always wanted a little black cat. So I took her. She's been here for nearly 2 years now. It'll be 2 years in October, I believe. You've been here a year and a half. And it is actually her birthday in about 7 days. 17th of May. And she'll be 3. So Alex is saying, I'm looking at both 1/35th and 1/16th scale Leopard 2A7V, wanting to make them into a Leopard 2A7DK, the Das Werk Tacom one. Really hurts my eye that it's still in the box. Barracuda net, ouch. Tanks and like armor, aircraft is not really my kind of thing to build. You will find that out over the course of sort of like being part of the channel. I like my vehicles, civilian, sort of race car, the occasional sort of military one. I did a Model T ambulance. But yeah, it's mostly civilian vehicles, stuff like what I'm already building. Doug is saying Tacom kits are great. Tacom instructions suck. I've not built a Tacom kit. Bob is saying, do I need to send another box of Willow toys? Got plenty. No, thank you. You keep them. Now, I got a couple of 3D printed bits from Bob. I got the boat from the River Styx. I got the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. A couple of busts. Abaddon with some hellhounds. And he said them pretty well packed. Packing peanuts. Polystyrene balls. I was actually moving stuff out of that bedroom today, and there were polystyrene balls in there somehow. You keep them, Bob. I think the next tenant of this place is going to be finding them. I think I'm going to be finding them in the new house once everything's unpacked. You're so right, Doug. Those instructions suck. And Adam says, I've been dragged into the cars and civilian stuff. Cannot wait for the RB1 to arrive. You haven't been dragged into it. You've been persuaded into it.
Who by?
Wasn't me. But Adam, drop me a message. Let me know sort of when you're free to do the Porsche. And like I was saying, I'd probably use maybe restream for that so we can sort of stream it on both of our channels at the same time. either, or I know Terry uses EasyMux, which you can stream onto sort of more than one place at the same time. And Alex is saying there are no wrong turns in modelling. It all filters down to having fun. No other person should tell you what is fun for you. Keep on building, love. I will. And we have hit the 2-hour mark. So I'm just going to remove this fur ball, who is now giving me filthy looks. So because chat's been so busy, I haven't been able to do much today. I have got the green done on the engine. And I've got these guys sort of coated in the black paint. What I might do is off stream just finish off the details on this engine, because I would have finished it today, and then I'll prime up the wheels ready for their paint. I will have to buy the paint, and then what are next steps? So the next steps, I believe, is building up the chassis. So yeah, well, I've got the axles to do, and then start on the chassis. So that'll be next steps. What have you managed to get done today, Night David? If anything.
Yeah, it's been. Thank you for enjoyable evening. Thanks for letting me on.
It's all right. It's been nice to have
I've
someone
been looking at these things. My Chevy.
Oh.
1 to 20 scale. I bought it at the car boot, and I got the main wheels, but not the Cubs caps.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a bit of foam, but I might strip it off and get it painted. So Plastic Monkey is saying night, guys. Athol is saying night, Paul. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining me. Again, thank you, David, for joining me as well. Otherwise, I would have been here alone.
I couldn't let that happen.
No. But I will catch you guys. I'll be in someone's stream in the chat, possibly on other panels during the week. But until next time, keep modelling and stay spooky, guys. Bye.
Bye.